Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. Yeah, it's been a minute since my last video. The last video was it was called My Triggers, and I don't want to say it took me out, but it was more or less of kind of put me in a place where I didn't want to be. So I had to take some time to step away for a minute or two. But I just want to, I guess in a way, go over what it was in my last video, which was about my triggers and certain sayings. Sorry, I have a card where I've got my stuff written on, so if you see my card, I'm sorry. So just so I can remember what I need to say, because sometimes I'll be forgetting. Anywho, my last video, I went over my triggers. And just to list a few of my triggers, it's someone walking and standing behind me, the smell of baby powder and sweat, being stared at, seeing a red Ford Explorer, a black Magnum from my stalker, tight spaces, feeling like my back is against the wall. There's sort of a backstory on where some of these triggers come from. I may or may not discuss that. Also, there were certain sayings that would, in a way, kind of trigger me as well. Or what some people would say, after I'm having a conversation with them, and what they would tell me of what I need to do in the situation, even though they don't know what I'm going through. They can't feel what I'm going through. They're not here with me every night, or throughout the day, or they're not with me, and they can't sit here and say that what I do is what I need to stop doing, and I'm just going overboard with whatever I'm doing or whatever. So, like, some of the sayings that people would say to me that irritates me and triggers me at sometimes. The most one that I hear majority of the time is get over it. You can't tell me to get over something that took place. And as much as I try to sit here and avoid it and forget about it and to try and keep things pushing, it still comes back. And it's like I can't get rid of it no matter what I do. But to sit here and tell me to get over it because it happened so many years ago and I'm just rehashing it because I want to is just absurd to me. Like, how can you say that to somebody? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want somebody to say that to you if you've been going through something and you've been trying to not get over it but get past it because you're trying to move forward in your life and make new changes for yourself. Another one was it's been 18 years. Why are you still using that excuse? Or every man isn't the same. Don't let your past stop you from being with me. Mental illness is not real. It's the devil that's controlling you. It's an evil entity that has possessed you. You're faking the whole thing, so stop it. If you'd rather be with a woman, then say so. These few have come from men who I would begin to talk to or have a conversation with. And one person in particular has said a couple of these things. And to this day, he wonders why I don't hold a real conversation with him or deal with him anymore at all as to what it is. And honestly, I don't. I don't, because he's an ass. I hate to say it that way, but he's an ass. A straight ass. And that's just how I see it. As you can see right now, I'm working on a puzzle. Um, at the present moment, we have to be inside due to COVID, or we're limited on where we can go and what we can do. But we're actually in phase 3 here in my state, and with so much that's been going on, we're probably gonna end up being shut back down again because our numbers are rising with the craziness. Like they're rising crazily, absurdly crazy. So we're probably gonna end up going back um, into shutdown mode, but I don't know when. But at the present moment, they're allowing us to go outside and have fun, or whatever you want, whatever you want to call it. But that's pretty much what they're doing at the moment. Um, I wanted to talk about some more of my triggers and how they affect me and everything else, and how things are going and stuff. But I don't know if that's what I should be discussing at the present moment. I mean, here lately, my mind has been everywhere, but in the right area or the right space, so to speak, as I can say. Um, my daughter went on a mini vacation with her best friend, so I'm home by myself. I got the dog here. He's cool. But since we've been stuck in the house dealing with COVID and stuff like that, and trying not to get sick and everything, my mind has been a disaster. All of my triggers have been insanely triggered. Me trying to keep my space and be personally wrapped within myself has somewhat become impossible to do, because I have people in my corner who want to stay in my corner but also want me out of what I'm going through. And honestly, it's hard to get people to see where I'm coming from, to get people to see what I'm dealing with. Does that fit? To get people to understand what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with. And it's not hard to explain to those that really want to know. I mean, because I have no problem explaining anything to those that really want to know what's going on with me, or why I am the way that I am, or why I'm doing what I'm doing. Does not fit. And in a way, I kind of want people to leave me alone. Sorry, I just had to check a puzzle piece to see if it matched. See if it went there. Sorry, working on my puzzle. Trying to keep myself together. This is what I do when I have a lot on my mind, and when I'm not stressing, but when I'm going through my episodes and trying to calm down or come out of my episodes. Um, this puzzle is a 500-piece puzzle. This is what it's going to look like at the end, if you can see. It's one of the zodiacs, all the zodiacs or whatever. I'm a Leo, so I'm a lion, just right. Oh Lord, just right here, Leo the lion. This one is 500 pieces. I don't like 500 piece of puzzles because they're small and it doesn't take long to do. I prefer 700 to 1,000. Takes me a little bit. I prefer those because that gives me time to really take whatever I'm doing, take it in, go through it, deal with my episode in a way that I can control it, to where it's not driving me off the wall and sending me places to where I don't need to be mentally. It's a struggle for me just to maintain my own pressure sometimes. And sometimes it's hard for me to even come out of an episode, and an episode can last, oh boy, an episode for me, depending on what the episode is about, depending on what caused the episode to take place, and depending on maybe what I was doing or whatever. I could have been driving somewhere and something can set me off. I could be at home like I am right now, just trying to keep to myself and just trying to do for myself, and I can have something that'll set that off. And hell, even the dog can make me upset. The dog. Yeah, even my dog can make me upset for no reason. And some of the simplest things that he does, and he's just an animal, so he's just doing what he does that's going to do whatever helps his owner, and it doesn't matter how many times I yell at him or tell him to get away, he still comes back. And most humans are not that way. Not saying I need humans to be that way, but he's a dog. He's gonna do what his owner asks him to do, and then come right back. That's what he does. Anywho, I feel like I'm getting off the subject here. So, pieces work. Okay, great. Like I said, I've been doing this puzzle to help me out with my episodes, because here lately I've been having some really bad episodes, and they are truly triggering. They really are. And at the most, they are insanely have me going crazy. Like, OMG. I'm trying to do this video, guys. I really am. And I feel like I have neglected you guys or whoever's watching. Because I'm trying to deal with me, and I'm trying to deal with my emotions. I don't think I'm really trying to help myself here. But in a way, I know it's supposed to help me and supposed to help me get to where I'm going, in life and stuff. It's what it's supposed to be doing. But sometimes it's not. And sometimes it's just difficult for me to maintain sometimes. And sometimes it's just hard for me to deal with myself, because myself can be quite negative about a lot of stuff. At the present moment, I know I started this video off by talking about my triggers and some phases or statements that trigger me the most, and they do. And I'm doing this puzzle to help me to just get out of my mind. But here, let me be honest with you. This puzzle that I'm doing right now while I'm sitting here talking is a way to help me to avoid the whole thing. My thoughts, my innermost feelings, how I feel towards people, the world, my life, period. It's an avoidance that I have, that I do to avoid what happened to me. And I do that because at sometimes I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to discuss it. I really don't. But I feel the need that I need to, because I think that whatever I'm going through and whatever I'm saying, it may help somebody else. I hope it can. I hope it does. I hope that what I talk about helps somebody else to come out and talk about it too, about themselves. And I know that there are plenty of other videos about mental health and how people deal with what they deal with and what they do and this and that and all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them out there, especially on YouTube. In fact, I know there's plenty out there on YouTube. But I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm just solely trying to help myself, because I honestly need it. I've got girlfriends that are willing to help me, willing to be there for me. But I hate to say this, and I'm gonna say it, and I know a couple of them do watch my videos. And I know they're gonna call me after they see this video or hear what I'm about to say. Most of my girlfriends that I talk to about this, I don't think they understand where I'm coming from. I don't think any of them has been in the situation that I have been in. At least they haven't expressed that to me. And I probably shouldn't speak this way, but this is how I feel. You know, this this is how I feel about it completely, because I don't think they understand what I'm going through. Well, especially the ones that haven't been in the military. And I was taking groups, counseling groups, or groups at the VA with some other veterans. And it's like at the VA, these women who I did these groups with, it's like they understood me, like they understood what I was going through. They understood my pain, and I'm not expecting anybody to understand my pain. I'm not expecting anybody to feel my pain, and I'm definitely not expecting anybody to sit here and be like, my suffering means nothing. It may not be everything to them, but it's everything to me because it's all I go through. It's all I deal with, especially in a time when I really, really, really need somebody, and my friends don't know that I really, really need somebody, because honestly, they won't hear me say, hey, I need some help with this because I'm feeling this way, or I'm doing this, or I feel like I'm about to do this, or I feel like I'm about to go in this direction and do some stuff that I'm not supposed to do. You won't hear me. They won't hear that from me. They really won't. They will not hear that from me because I will not tell them that. Honestly, I don't tell them much as it is right now as to what's going on with me, because I truly feel like they won't get it. They won't understand, and it's all about their problems at that present moment. And at that present moment, their situation or their problem needs to be heard, and they're suffering a little more than what I'm suffering through or what anybody else is suffering through. And I know for a fact that they would say, how can you say that about us? You know we care about you. Yeah, I know they care about me. Most definitely they do. I know that. And they're also going to say, we're going to be there for you no matter what. You know that. So why would you say that, we're not going to be there? Yeah, I definitely know that he will be there. That is for sure. They definitely will be there. That I do know. But it's not the fact about them being there. It's just the fact that when I tell them something, it just seems like it goes in one ear and then comes out of the other as like, oh, don't worry, you'll be okay. Everything's going to be all right. We're here for each other. We have only us, and we're going to get through what we're going to get through. And majority of the time, I just need somebody to agree with the way that I'm feeling. That's usually all I need. And I don't get that. With what I deal with on a daily basis, it's what some things my friends don't know. I have nightmares. Just part of my PTSD situation. I have nightmares. And my nightmares are no joke. They really aren't. I could be having a good day, a real good day, where everything is going by just great presently, and not worrying about anything, and I could just be having a really, really good day. Like, I could be excited and fun, enjoying myself, going out just to go out, or whatever, taking a drive just to take a drive, or whatever, just trying to be upbeat about myself or what I'm going through or whatever, and I can have a really good day. And then the next thing you know, when I go to bed, I can have a nightmare. And these nightmares are random, and they happen consistently every night, every other night. And they really break me down, they really do. Alright, I think that's just gonna be it for this video. I'm trying my best to be into this at the present moment, but right now it doesn't even feel like I need to be here at the present moment. It's really hard to explain what I'm feeling at the present moment, and it's just hard to get people to understand. It's okay. I'm gonna end this video right there. If you like my videos, like my content, hit subscribe, become one of my family members, become one of my YouTube family members. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. Yeah, and just wait for the next video.